Okay, Krista and I are heading out to Estelle Manor for an estate sale that a friend of mine said had some vinyl records. So let's see what goodies we pick up from this estate sale coming up next. Okay, so these are the records that we picked up today. Again, everything you're looking at, we got for $50 cash. So as you could tell here, I'm gonna disinfect all of these, all of the covers, as well as spin clean them, but I disinfect the covers all the time because, right, some places are just filthy. The first record we got, again, $50 for this entire stack. Good Vibrations, the best of the Beach Boys. I think a lot of that, I'm gonna move these here, I'm gonna sell. I'm fairly sure that is gonna sell. The Beach Boys in concert, love it. I think this is an upgrade to the copy that we have, so I'll end out selling the duplicate. Look at that, a beautiful copy. And I checked the vinyl on all these too. So this is the first copy of Dark Side of the Moon. Gotta love anything Pink Floyd. Another copy, a second copy of Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. I'm gonna check these to see if they're upgrades to any of our existing copies, but let's assume that 2 copies ultimately are gonna be going for sale very soon. U2 Boy, always a great record. That's the first time I ever had U2 Boy on vinyl. I had that on CD eons ago. I love this, right? Everybody knows we're Yes fans. This is Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe. Love this record. I have it on cassette. We probably have this on CD too, but hey, might as well pick it up on vinyl. We all know we love Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Here's Four-Way Street vinyl. We have this already, but I think this is going to be an upgrade. So let's upgrade away, right? Now, the first Crosby, Stills, and Nash album, we actually have a nice copy, but this cover, they had a couple of copies, but this was the beautiful. This is like a very fine copy, right? It's not quite near mint, but very fine. We love it. This is one of my all-time favorite bands, and their debut album, the supergroup, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. That's going to clearly be an upgrade. All right, check this out. Rod Stewart's greatest hits, Still, Sealed, and Shrink. This is not one of the valuable albums that we have, but I'm going to pop this one open, and this is going to be our new go-to copy simply because it's in Shrink. I think we have one in Shrink, but again, we don't need multiple copies of greatest hits, and let's open it up and get like a beautiful, pristine copy of it. Rod Stewart's greatest hits, still in Shrink. Peter Gabriel, I love this. This is clearly an upgrade. The copy I have, I think we have a copy, I think, in fair condition. This is beautiful. I would say this is a very fine copy. Not quite near mint, but beautiful. Peter Gabriel, as well as this one. I have to check. One, I'm not 100% sure we have this, and if we do, I'm not 100% sure if this is an upgrade for us. So again, if not, I'm going to sell it. But again, this is not a perfect copy, right? This is probably a VG plus, but looks good. Do they know it's Christmas, right? Love having this. It's still sealed with Shrink. So, you know, I have to check. I don't think we have this sealed. I might just keep a second copy of this and sell one of the open copies, but I know we have a couple of these. All right, this was a beautiful copy. Might be an upgrade to us. I'll have to clean this up, but 5150 of my favorite band of all time, Van Halen. Great looking copy. The vinyl looks great. It looked great. It's just this may actually be better than the existing copy we have. Either way, I'm keeping both. I'll put one in the basement, but yeah, this is, I don't think we have 2 copies of this, and with Van Halen, I like to have multiple. Hey guys, if you haven't checked out this, this is a great soundtrack. I think it's great. We have a copy upstairs in the bedroom, beat up, but the vinyl's not bad, but this is just a beautiful copy, and it's a promo copy, so I don't know if it has a white label, but let's see. Nope, it does not. So it's really just a promo copy in name, but hey, this is certainly an upgrade for us, and I really look forward to listening to that. The music on this is great. If you guys haven't checked this music out from this soundtrack, do check it out. All right, we don't often buy records purely based on the cover, but this is called Nuggets, Original Artifacts from the First Psychedelic Era, 1965 to 1968. Krista and I saw this. We were like fixated. So I don't know any of these bands offhand, but we're going to check it out. Psychedelic music. I got to see if Kelly Mouse actually did the art on this. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen, cover art, honey. What does it say? Kelly Mouse. I know it. I know it. It just, if you guys don't know, Kelly Mouse did a lot of the amazing Grateful Dead and Journey album covers. I think he did Book of Dreams from Steve Miller. Can't go wrong with ZZ Top. So I picked, we don't have a copy of this, Tejas, so looking forward to checking that out. Plus the best of ZZ Top. Again, these are records we just don't have yet. So again, have to clean this up, but beautiful. The Seekers, we'd like to teach the world to sing. This one was something that Krista wanted, right? Krista put this in front of me and says she loves that song, so we're going to check out the Seekers. I am unfamiliar with this band, but certainly like that song. That's a classic, and Chris and I will be checking this out. The Seekers, the new Seekers, we'd like to teach the world to sing. And it's in great condition. This is going to be for sale, for sure. Leonard Skinner, One More from the Road. And, you know, I'm just, yeah, I don't even think, I'm not going to keep that. This Rabbit with 1 T, never heard of this band, never saw this band, unfamiliar with them, but Krista pulled them, and as I mentioned, when we're looking for records, we will typically hit on the rock, classic rock, heavy metal, right? We kind of, this was from an estate sale, so I knew we were going to probably be getting records between $3 to $5 a piece. So at that time, we're pretty picky. But we'll check this out. Unfamiliar with this band? Rabbit with 1B. Check them out. Check them out. We have a copy of this already. I'll probably pick the better version of Flowers. This is the compilation from the Rolling Stones, as my friends Jackie and Bill Schultz told me, right? This is clearly a compilation record, a best of, but I just want to see if this is an upgrade to me. Flowers, Rolling Stones. And last but not least from this pile, Krista showed me this, and it's like, whoa, that's a classic. Nazareth, Hair of the Dog. So glad to own this copy. I don't think we have a copy of this yet. And if we do, I don't know if it's in this good a condition. Even though it has a couple of spine dings, I still think this is a VG copy. But we'll check it out. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you the records that we end up keeping for our own collection. And I'm just going to show you the little pile one more time. And so stay tuned for the records that we're keeping for our own collection. Okay, so now these are going to be the keepers that I keep for Krista in my personal collection out of the $50 record collection. And we'll go through this pretty quick. The first is Rabbit with 1B. Never heard of them, but at the very least, we're going to give it a listen. I haven't spun clean any of these. The Seekers, again, we'd like to teach the world to sing. We're going to give all these a listen. The vinyl itself, they all look good. I would say all the vinyl looks VG plus to near mint. I love this cover. Nuggets, Original Artifacts from the First Psychedelic Era. You gotta love Kelly Mouse art, right? Come on, is that not sick? I'm keeping these just because they're sealed right now. I have multiple copies of these, but again, Rod Stewart Greatest Hits, I'm going to open and sell the one I currently have. The one I currently have is probably fine, maybe very fine. This is presumably near mint. And then, of course, Do They Know It's Christmas? I love this. I might sell one of the open copies I got. Nazareth, Hair of the Dog. We do not have this yet. So have another Nazareth album, but for some reason I thought I had this, never had it. And Krista found this. She has a great eye. She picked this right out, and it's like, whoa, we gotta get that one. Peter Gabriel. I think this is his second album. I think. Forgive me, but this album I actually have already, but this is an upgrade, so I'm going to keep the upgrade. The vinyl on both look to be near mint, but I'm going to keep the one with the nicer cover. This ZZ Top Best of ZZ Top did not have before. This is net new. Love it. And ZZ Top Tejas didn't have this, so again, expanding our library of ZZ Top records. Love ZZ Top. Another brand new one for me in terms of vinyl is U2 Boy. We had, at least I had, the CD way back when and loved it. Kind of lost touch with U2 music a little bit, but hey, now I'm going to rediscover the U2 Boy album on vinyl for the first time of my life. Guys, if you haven't heard this soundtrack, Nothing in Common, it's great. This is such a nice upgrade for me. So the other one I'm putting in my 3 for $10 albums, and I'm keeping this beauty. But Krista and I, this might be one of the first records we listened to. It's just such a great, nonstop, great song after great song. Nothing in Common soundtrack. This is actually not an upgrade. Again, this looks almost very fine plus. It's probably a very fine. The vinyl is near mint. It's a great copy, but the one I currently had is near mint across the board. So I'm going to keep this for the basement, but hey, I'm going to keep my second copy of 5150 from Van Halen, the first Sammy Hagar album with Van Halen. Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Howe. Love this cassette. Love the CD. Now we have it in vinyl, and I'm going to give that a listen to soon enough. Love having this. That was a great record. The Rolling Stones, Flowers. I actually did not have this. I referred to earlier having this because Jackie and Bill Schultz explained that they were a compilation album. I actually had Metamorphosis, and I actually have 2 copies of Metamorphosis. One is a UK pressing, one is a US pressing. This from London, I'm not sure yet. I think this is their second compilation album, but looking forward to listening to it. Love the Stones, and this is a London pressing. These last 2 are just so great. This is an upgrade for me. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, 4-Way Street. I had a VG minus copy. This is a VG plus copy in both cover and in vinyl. Looks great. I cannot wait to give this a listen in all of its glory. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, 4-Way Street. Last but not least, I think the find of this collection, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, their first album. I love it. It's just such an exciting album to me. I have multiple copies of this, but this by far is the nicest, and this is going to stay proudly in our private collection. Crosby, Stills, Nash, the first album, in beautiful, I would say very fine plus condition, and that was really my find. Let me know. What do you think of this collection? Again, we paid $50 for everything. You saw the flip through and you see the ones we're keeping. $50 for 22 records. What do you think? If you like this kind of content, I would ask you to please hit the like button and certainly share it with anybody that you know who like vinyl. I would also ask you to please make comments. Which of those albums do you have? Which do you like? Do you think this was worth a $50 bill? Let me know, and certainly, as always, I would encourage you to please hit that subscribe button. Everybody, thank you so much. It was a hell of a great Saturday yard sale day for Chris and myself, and I hope you had a great yard sale day yourself. We'll talk to you soon.
Sail!